Hello and welcome back to another in-depth weather video. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of topics, but we're going to try and make it quick. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Now let's go in depth. So, the main thing that's poking out at me today is some storm warnings, wind advisories, and other warnings in the northern tier. There is a storm that's going to move through here, and I would say that it's kind of our first winter-like storm, with just the way that it's kind of engineered with the winds. But then you also have excessive heat, flash flood advisories, severe thunderstorm advisories, red flag warnings. Let's move on. Radar showing some storms in the northern tier, and other storms stretching from Texas all the way to the New York and Mid-Atlantic. So let's move on to the satellite imagery. We do have this cross-country pattern from Mexico out through the northeast, and then we also have this upper level storm over here. This will be that storm that swings through Canada, and then the very northern tier of the United States will be impacted by this storm. Now let's move on to the National Hurricane Center, where we do have Omar, now a tropical depression, with 35-mile-an-hour winds, 1,005 central pressure, moving east is 14. Nana about to make landfall, 60-mile-an-hour winds, 994 pressure, moving west at 15 miles an hour. That'll probably make landfall soon. And then we have two disturbances. Disturbance 1 has a 20% chance in 2 days and 30% chance in 5 days, while Disturbance 2 has 20% chance in 2 days, 60% chance in 5 days. So if either of these form, it would be Paulette. Storm Prediction Center time. So we do have enhanced risks in areas like Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Arlington, Alexandria, and Columbia. Slight risks in Philadelphia, Toms River, Trenton, Camden, and Reading. Marginal risks in New York City, Pittsburgh, Newark, New Jersey City, and Yonkers. Now let's move on to excessive rainfall. So we have two spots. One is in that area being affected by the thunderstorms, and the other is in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Slight risk in Texas. If you have a marginal risk, you have 5 to 10% chance of exceeding flash flood guidance, and a slight risk is 10 to 20% chance of the same thing. Now let's move on to the storm information. So Omar, now intensity guidance showing that this has a very low chance of reforming as a tropical storm, most likely going to stay tropical depression, and Nana has a really low chance of becoming a Category 1 or higher. The ship model is still showing it to be a Cat 3, which I do not think is going to happen. This is the general trend. It's going to weaken, and it's going to weaken quick. It'll be making landfall, and that will diminish its strength. So now let's move on to the NAM 3-kilometer model, showing that this low moves across the very northern tier, and you can see those isobars get really close together near the center. That means higher winds, and that is why there's those storm warnings in the Great Lakes, and then there's also those wind advisories in the northern tier. So that'll be rolling through today. Thunderstorm risk mostly in the northeast and the mid-Atlantic, and of course we have some more thunderstorms in the back end of that line. Temperatures showing that we still have an excessive risk for heat in the west, and that really doesn't help with the wildfire situations that have been going on there. So 110, 105, 112, so very high temperatures in the west and the southeast. Other than that, you could see some 70s, 80s, and some 50s in the northern tier behind that storm. That will be dropping in a lot more cold air. So it is meteorological fall. This is what happens. We're going to start seeing a cooling trend, and we're definitely starting to see that across the United States. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.